Do you know the most dangerous hours of the day? It's not the hours you spend at work. It's not the hours you spend sleeping every night. I'm talking about the hours between getting home from work and going to bed. Think about it. You finish work at 5, you get home around 6. Now, you probably have 4 to 5 hours before you go to sleep. Here's the question: what do you do that time before you sleep? Because honestly, those hours can quietly determine the direction of your entire life. If you spend them learning, creating, building, reading, or working towards something meaningful, your life slowly moves forward. But if you spend these same hours scrolling endlessly, watching videos, drinking, playing games, or chasing temporary distractions, your life also moves just in a different direction. And here's what's frightening: most people never notice it is happening because nothing dramatic happens overnight. It happens gradually. One evening becomes another, then another, until you look back and wonder, where have the years gone? I know this because I have lived it. Looking back, for me, I filled that empty space with whatever gave me quick excitement. I'll spend hours scrolling on my phone. Sometimes I'll just drink and play video games. And many times I'll be on dating app conversating with women. At the time, I thought I was simply looking for love, when in actual sense I was trying to escape the void. You know, that empty void we all feel. In the end, I would end up with any girl just so I wouldn't feel alone. And if I'm being honest, I do believe that some people do end up getting married so that they could have someone to go back to and help fill that void, even if they don't really love the person. Well, that was my case for most of my dating life. Don't get me wrong, relationships are wonderful. There's nothing wrong with dating. But in my situation, I wasn't really looking for love. I was actually looking for relief. Relief from boredom, relief from loneliness, relief from feeling like my life wasn't moving. And the problem is, romantic excitement fades, the date ends, the conversation slows down, the attention disappears, and the emptiness returns. So you start searching again: another match, another conversation, another distraction, and often another expense. Because dating is expensive, going out costs money, trying to impress people costs money. And let me be clear, we all feel that void differently. For some, it might not be dating, it might be alcohol, video games, scrolling social media for hours, attention seeking, even drug abuse. I mean, different distractions, but it's the same problem: a life without enough purpose. Well, everything changed when I stopped asking myself, how can I kill time until I sleep? And started asking, what can I build during this time? That one question changed my evenings and eventually changed my life. So now the question became, what can I spend hours learning or doing that is creative without getting bored? So I started looking at my interests. I like philosophy, science, psychology, self improvement, self mastery, even entrepreneurship. These were subjects I was already reading about simply because I loved them. So I thought, why not build something around this? Why not start a YouTube channel? Why not start a business? Not because I expected to make money immediately, because I genuinely enjoyed learning about these things. So instead of wondering how I could kill time, I started asking, what business should I start? Instead of scrolling social media, I was wondering, what video should I make next? Now I was researching ideas, writing scripts, reading books, learning editing, improving my storytelling. And for the first time, I wasn't trying to fill time. Time disappeared because I was doing something that mattered to me. That's one of the strange things about purpose. It doesn't always remove hard work, it makes hard work feel worthwhile. I know most people think purpose is something divine given or something you discover. It could be that, but it could also be the goals you give yourself. It's not always about success, and honestly, the biggest benefits come long before any success. The first thing I noticed about being on my purpose was happiness. Not excitement, not pleasure, a quieter happiness. The feeling that today mattered. That happiness was replacing the emptiness, the void. The second thing was confidence. Every finished video proved that I could keep promises to myself. That feeling is powerful because confidence doesn't come from compliments, it comes from evidence. Evidence that you are becoming the person you said you wanted to become. The third benefit was hope. Hope is underrated. And guys, life is difficult. And sometimes all you need is hope to keep you going. For me, the hope is that maybe this channel grows. Maybe one day it will make me millions. Maybe one business will succeed. Maybe one idea will completely change my life. And that hope keeps me excited. It keeps me going. Sometimes that's all you need. How do you find your purpose? I don't think someone else can tell you, but I do think there are clues. Like what naturally keeps your attention? What subjects make you forget about time? What problems do you enjoy solving? What could you happily spend years improving? Start there, and if possible, build something around it. Maybe it becomes a business, maybe it becomes a side project, maybe it stays a hobby. It doesn't matter as long as it is meaningful work to you and makes your life better. And here's something important. I'm not saying quit your job tomorrow to focus on your purpose. In fact, keep your job if you have one. Your job gives you stability, it pays your bills, it allows you to invest in your purpose. Think of your job as funding for the life you're trying to build. And remember, purpose does change. The person I was 5 years ago isn't the person I am today. Your interests will evolve. That's normal. Purpose isn't one destination, it's a direction, and directions do change. But keep following what is meaningful to you and allow yourself to grow. Now that I have purpose, does that mean my life is perfect? Hell no. I still have challenges. I still have setbacks. I still have lazy days where I don't even want anything to do with YouTube or the business I'm building. That's normal. But one thing that has changed is I no longer wake up wondering, how will I fill the empty hours or fill the void? Those hours already have a purpose. Looking back, I don't think purpose simply gave me something to do. It gave me someone to become. And maybe that's what purpose really is. Not finding something that makes you successful, but finding something that gets you excited to wake up. So start building something, start learning something, start creating something. Because purpose doesn't usually arrive first. It grows every time you show up and you continue building. If you enjoyed this, subscribe for more philosophy and self-mastery.